What's up, everybody? How's it going? We're going to be starting a new series around the Epic games that are free. We're going to do a preview playthrough. We're going to talk about it. We're going to review it and all of that to let you know if you should get it and play it. First game that we're doing is Sable. It's available now until July 3rd. If you like this, check it. Make sure you subscribe for next week's video. All right, so I was messing around with the settings. You don't use a mouse if you're a keyboard and mouse player. You have to use you got to use your keyboard. So we're gonna check it out. Let's see how it goes. Ba-da-da-dum-bum. So this is a very artistic game. It's a very artistic game. As you can see, your character that you're running through, there's deserts, there's forests, there's other things like that. So we're going to see how it is. Looks fun. Had a pretty high star rating on Epic. This came out in 2021. So like I said, it's free right now on Epic until July 3rd. Oh, it's a little. All right, so moving Sable. So you don't use your mouse at all in this. So WASD. Oh, and we're climbing now. Oh, you can use the, okay, so you can use the mouse to look around. That's funny. Space to jump. Enough. Climbing. All right, we saw that we can climb already by climbing that face. Climb this ladder. C to crouch. There we go. It looks a little bit better now. Okay. Hold down shift to sprint. So you can only sprint while you have enough energy. So the music in this, when I was reading the description, talked about that it was like a Japanese style music. I feel JD smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth-baring little grimace behind mine. I'm nervous she's softly, sweetly amused in her eyes. I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? I know, I know. I told JD that I know, but it hasn't quite sunk in yet. She chuckles. I promise you, Sable, you're fine. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you started, and then you're going to act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. I feel the memory in my fingers. But then I promised you it was going to be all right. I told you how much I had loved riding my bike as a young woman, and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward, you put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand. Look at her. She can do whatever she wants. JD reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. I take a breath. I think I'm ready. I thank JD for the encouragement and tell her with a nod, I think I'm ready. I know you are, so let's get you started. You'll need to talk to Halal and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Halal will share something. Well, let's say as useful as it is fun. I think I must suspect what JD's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. I'll tell JD I'll be back soon. Sable, don't go planning your return before you've even left. Take all the time you need. It's a big decision you're making out there. I tell her that's why I'm so eager to make it. To choose well and quickly, so that I don't go too far down the wrong path. Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing. So don't try to use me as an excuse to come home early, eh? Oh, she knows me. Now go speak with Halal. I'll be there to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Sizzo, but you know how he is. I have something to give you, a compass, to help you on your journey. It's the same one I used on my gliding, an artifact, you might say. I take the device in my palm. It fits naturally there, perfectly weighted and crafted. Each component slides together with incredible, satisfying precision. Thank you. All right. Compass. There we go. Okay. As I approach Halal, they give me an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Halal's verve and vigor. And on the day like this, I'm ready to match it with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this. Halal hands me a small round stone. As it nestles into my palm, I feel warmth not borrowed from Halal's hands, but emanating from within. I run my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. Say thank you. I thank them for the fuzzy rock. Oh, Sable, you don't know what this is, do you? What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? I tell Halal that I feel electricity. Then you're doing it right. What you feel on that stone is openness. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty, or dormant, and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Halal claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once it's done. I want to hear all about it. I was about to leave, Halal stops me. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temple, so go see Idris. He was meant to get that ready for you, yes? I remember JD's words now. Until Halal, I'll go and see Driss. All right. Let's go see Driss. Whee! Jumping down. All right, we're gonna go see Driss. Though I've told myself not to be too eager. That's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is a camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately. But now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful, or has some custom feature. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore, or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start. Sable, hello. I was told you might have something special for me. I tell Driss that I was told he had something for me. Something special? I nod very meaningfully, but he doesn't seem to get the hint. I make a leading gesture, slowly, trying to be perfectly cool and confidential. But I can't do it. I'm too keen, and the words spill out. I asked Driss if he might, sort of, possibly, maybe have a bike for me. Your bike! He yells it like it's an idea he just had. Your bike. Yes, of course, right. Yes, your bike. That I prepared for you because today's your gliding us. Driss nods along with me. Yes, of course, right. Yes. Yes, I do have that. My blood runs cold. Has he forgotten? By which I mean I arrange it for you in a, well, it's sort of a tutorial for you. A tutorial? Yes, exactly. A learning experience. You see, Sable, before one can own their bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. I think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but Driss does seem earnest, sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester if I've ever seen one. I'll give it a go. Really? I mean, yes. Good. Be gentle, though. This sand cutter's older than Jedi. You treat her with respect. Now, ride that bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off. I started. Don't lose your bike. Alrighty, let's check this thing out. W, accelerate. Alright, through the ring. Bum. Oh. Yeah. I return to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable, congratulations! How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles, unexplained hissing, small fires? What do you mean fire? Surely you'd notice if they're if you were on fire, even a little bit. Yes, absolutely. Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think you're fine. Driss, is the bike dangerous? Well, he doesn't finish. Have you already been by Halal? Am I not getting a bike? Well, you're getting the use of this sand cutter. That's something, eh? You can borrow it to run your little errands. My little errands. And Halal's got something to show you too. Help you out with more of that mobility you're after. With my confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished, I thank Driss very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Halal. Let's go find Halal. Okay. Oh, is there a way to get up? Whee! Alright. JD greets me warmly. Hello, little glider. So strange getting called like that. I tell JD how strange it is being called glider instead of Sable or even clan child. Just trying to get used to it. She seems to really like it, and maybe I like it too. My little glider. Tell you what, I'll tell you when you get back. Cross my arms and pat all you want. Don't. She loves her voice and whispers. But I did meet some crystal farmers once. Crystal farmers? And that's all I'll say. You should get going. Okay. So, we're going to check to see, activate the gliding stone at the altar. Need to complete tasks for Halal and Driss. But I did that. Okay, so you see that there's a map. Uh-oh. So mix it, and then I can do. I need to complete tasks for Halal and Driss. Do I need to go back through that? Can I jump off? Did I go through it the wrong way? See, this is glowing now, so let's go see what this is about. This is like puttering. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, so been through this. Alright, let's go see if let's go talk to Driss now and see if that works. Driss asked me a series of increasingly strange questions before I make an exercise to take my excuse to take my leave. We're a little stuck on this part. Maybe let's go see what Allele needs. Right over to the temple, Sable. I promise it'll be worth the trip. Okay, so I need to go to the temple. Let's just fall back down. Whee! And the temple is... You can do iQuest. So I need to find the temple. All right, let's go find the temple. Whee! Let's see, does this say something? I feel like temple was over here. Like I thought I remember seeing a when I looked. Oh, maybe is that the temple up there? I could go any faster. So there's this door here. Let's... Is it a door or is it just... Whee! Uh-oh. Alright, let's park this thing right here. Alright, let's go. Because we can climb. We could climb, we could climb. I didn't have to run and jump. I could have just... Okay. This music is nice, not gonna lie. Oh. Ooh, look at that. All right, we in. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're falling. Ow. Okay, we made it. Oh, you think these are like... Ooh, okay. Okay. The stone thrums like a beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid? Yes and no. Am I ready for Rohana to know me? I am ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I'm in her sight. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, nice. Look at that. It's all colorful. Uh-oh. Oh, does it turn the whole village colorful? Because that'd be dope if so. Oh, nope. Okay. What happened to all the colors? Okay. Quest updated. Whispering Stone. Show Helio. Okay. Press and hold space to... Whoa. Okay. Yo, okay. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna leave the temple now. That's really cool. Boom. Oh, look at that. Now we're back outside. Wee. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is so cool. And then I can fall. Oh, and then I can catch myself again. Alright. Let's get back on. Let's go to the temple. Or let's go to, back to the camp. Brum, 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 brum. I like how artsy this is, guys. This looks pretty cool. This reminds me of a fun, just kind of like chill, relax game. Like, hey, if you just need to get your mind off stuff, let's game. All right, let's talk to Driss first. Let's see what Driss has got for me. Driss has me. Okay. All right, so Driss is still being Driss. Let's go up to Halil. Oh, there we go. When I return to Halil, it's clear that that they know what I've just experienced. They're quite excited on my behalf in a way that makes me miss them forever before I ever left. Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Exciting. True freedom. I tell Halil that hovering is exciting and ramble for a moment about all the things I'll be able to do when I'm out there in the world. Most of them involve me falling on my head and not getting hurt. But I'm sure I'll come up with with more in practice. Right? You can do anything that you want. Halal's mood doesn't darken, but the sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much. That feeling just floating on the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there having myself into heaving myself into chasms. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. I tell Halal I'll throw myself into 1,000 chasms on their behalf, and they giggle. That's what I like to hear. I know people manage to keep up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes a really serious focus. Halal laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it. And I certainly haven't gotten that. Still, I suppose the gliding wouldn't mean much if there were all gains and no loss. I think about that, but decide there is already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further. I'm saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, and my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're gonna love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice, try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Halal for their advice and for their help, and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. A warning and reassurance all in once. I say goodbye to Halal. Before I go, Halal gestures toward the tower. It seems Sizzo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. One thing that I do like about this is the pronouns that they are using. They are not using he, she, they're using they. So I do like that. All right, let's see if Judy greets me warmly. Hello there, little glider. Okay, so same thing. Okay, so no update from there. Okay, let's go see Sizzo. Sizzo. Bum 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 bum. Somebody's whistling. Ooh. Sizzo is an outclanner to the Ibexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall, and I think of her more as a kind distant relation than a sort of outside. And I just said how they don't use he, her, them, but so I wonder if they do or don't know the creator what their pronouns are. They're using it. So again, I still really like it. I think it's a cool feature. It says little things. Machinists, I'm told, are given their post, and by their training and their code, must go to where they are needed. But Sizzo has been, among us so long that it's easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost. As far as any of us are concerned, she is one of us. I think there's a perception among the other clans that the Ibexi are quite insular, or that our designation of Ibexi versus outclanners suggests some nervous othering of those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind. But all are welcome to join, and I'm always pleased that Sizzo did. Sable, how do you do, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Excited for my bike. Sizzo has a throaty quality to her voice, and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I am always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, JD told me how excited you were. Sizzo sniffs. She also told me Driss would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think he may have. I knew it. What? I hadn't meant to say it out loud, so I tell her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss his forgetfulness. Were I test with so many odds and ends, I might be just as scattered. And besides, it will be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hover bike parts for yourself. That sounds like an adventure. I tell Sizzo I like the sound of that. A little adventure before my big one. It's more meaningful that you know. It's more meaningful than you know. To bond with one's bike before it has taken form is more privilege than labor. Here, take this. Scissor hands me something. The navigator. This is a navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful in finding the old parts. This is where I might start looking. Our bikes are reborn in their ruined ships, and fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there near the camp. You'll find another up on the Great Rock near the other side of the cannon, and another behind the old dam on the hill. Use your navigator to mark that down if you need. You'll need to gather central panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. I'll be back before you know. I tell Sizzle I'll see you soon, and head off in search of the components. Together, you'll create something new out of the old. All right, ships of old. So now we're going to use a navigator as a place marker. And then up on the hill above the cannon, there maybe, and then back there. Scape. So let's go. Wee. Alrighty. All right, guys, that's going to be it for part 1. Make sure, as I mentioned, make sure you subscribe, follow us for part 2 coming soon. This game right now, it's fun. Again, it just reminds me where you can just kind of sit back, relax, and play, have a little adventure. It's not gonna be too hard or anything like that. So again, please hit the subscribe button below for to stay in touch when part 2's coming. Have a good one. See you guys.